Well, we're back home from our cabin and we've made a decision on the flooring. We're gonna hop on upstairs and try to get the upstairs level completed. That whole level can be done, all the tools can be brought down, and then we can work on the main level. You probably noticed that we've got the stair spindles in. I wanted to get these up for safety as we're working up here.
They look real nice.
Kids have been coming up.
So, as you can see, these stair spindles, they are nothing but drop-ins. So, this right here is drilled deeper, and the bottom one is set a little bit. You run this one up, run it in, set it in place, and it's in. And that's how they all went in. Just like that. They're all done. So, and I think, to me, that I really like them. They came out real nice.
So we're gonna get started in the kids' rooms. This is actually our son's room. We did have to do some prep work, like the kitchen vent had to go in. That's where it comes out the wall there.
We had to finish the range hood. We knew that it had to go in. We were waiting on it a little bit. We knew which model we were getting, but it was nice to have it put in because it had to be installed just the way that there's two beams down there where it had to go, and it had to go in place before the subfloor got finished up. So.
Super pain in the butt, but yeah. It's done, and I'm sure we'll really enjoy it, and I don't have to cook in the corner. So anyway, today is actually a really, really sad day. These rooms up here are my favorite rooms in the whole house. The ceilings are just really beautiful, and I love everything about them, but we're doing the unthinkable. We are putting carpet in these rooms.
I talked her into it.
It's heartbreaking. I want to cry. I don't even want to be around when it happens. Since it's right over the kitchen, right over the dining room, and then these are the kids' bedrooms, and we do have a loft, and there may be some jumping off the loft onto the floor. Jacob's like, that's never going to happen, is it?
Oh, yes, it will. When the kids are up here playing in the bedroom, and it already happens where we're living at now, and so like, it's just, them running around like crazy up here. Maybe it'll keep a little bit of that noise from transferring downstairs, because there's nothing in between this floor that's really a sound barrier at all.
I might need a big old internet hug after this.
What's an internet hug?
It's when people leave you nice comments and say the carpet really wasn't that bad, just
so
deal
they
with
put
it.
Like a smiley face.
It is
like
not that big of an issue.
Hey,
you have carpet.
Everything will be alright, okay?
It'll be just fine.
It'll be alright.
Let's work. I feel like this is totally against everything I believe in, but oh, it's so sad. Do you feel for me? You like carpet? What is wrong with you? Tell me how this goes.
Not really sure.
You're not really
That's
sure.
why I got Paul.
That's why we got Paul.
No, just kidding. I think Paul's going to put the trim in there. So there's going to be carpet strip that goes along all the edges, and what it is just a tack strip with some spikes, and then so from there then the carpet will be put in here, and then it gets stretched, and then the trim will be nailed in place and be holding the actual carpet on the tack strip after it gets stretched. Here's a tack strip, and then it goes around the edge of the room. Then you'll stretch the carpet will go onto these tacks here and then hold, and then that's what holds the carpet from being, pulled back. So it'll hook onto here, and then the trim will go down and actually hold the carpet to the tack strip, so it can never come up and then unstretch itself.
We're just pre-staining the trim. I'm using a Danish oil. I like this stuff a lot for furniture. I don't use it for tabletops because it's not like gonna hold up for that, but for base trim or something like that, it's totally fine. It's a one coat. It has a little bit of color in it. It's pretty similar to the beams. Not an exact match, but it's pretty close. And it goes on real easy to work with, real inexpensive. You get a lot for a little bit. Just wipe it on, wipe it off. Yeah, what we're using here is Douglas fir baseboard trim. My brother is actually a contractor, and he had a whole bunch left over from a job, and we just bought it off him, so we're just using that.
There's a lot going on upstairs right now. We got things going on all over the place, but trimming out electrical right now, getting this squared away, trying to get some power in this room, and so getting it done.
We had a goal to move in by July 1st. That's obviously not going to happen, but we've got a lot of help to try to get us in at least by sometime in July is the hope. Lots going on upstairs.
Yeah. Hey, you're good to go. You got power.
I want to make some walls, pony walls in this attic room because like, the kids are playing and a ball rolls over here. It's really hard to go retrieve it. You have to basically lay down there. So what I'm going to do is build some walls here, but the walls are going to look like, they'll look like a panel wall, but the panels will open up so you can access this area for storage. So when you look at it, it'll just look like a wall. No risk, no reward. So I'm trying to figure out where this wall's gonna go. Once I get that figured out, we'll cut these boards, screw them to the floor, and then we can build the wall at some other point where we can start our flooring because it would be a waste to floor all this. No eating on the carpet.
Yeah, half inch will work.
It's upside down right now, so we're good.
Still eating on the carpet.
Okay.
It's already starting, eating on the carpet. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life saying, don't eat on the carpet. No eating on the carpet, no food on the carpet. That's gonna be me for the rest of my life. Like the nagging
Can we have
voice.
earplugs like right when you walk in the room?
No food on the carpet, no food on the carpet.
Feels so soft like a lady. It feels so good.
No girls allowed. Tell me. Yeah, the kids' rooms are amazing. I'm really happy we ended up going with the carpet. It feels so good. And the kids just love rolling around in here, and they're already starting to come up here and hang out while we're working. So Jacob had a really good idea with the carpet. I'm really happy with going with it. The only thing I'm a little bit hesitant about is the gray walls don't really go with the carpet now that we've added it. So at some point I may want to repaint the walls, but that's just a a really small superficial issue that we can fix at any time.
Got the laminate down, so now we're ready to start laying some laminate on here and just have the floor done.
So we picked out our laminate flooring.
What is it?
It's laminate.
It looks purple.
It's laminate. Need some wood shims, huh?
Yeah, we got to shim it off the wall.
I'm gonna do 1/2-inch spacers. We've checked all our walls and chalk lines and measured to make sure the rooms are square. So we can go right off the wall in this case.
We've got this section here in the playroom. We're working this way. As you can see, we started over here. So we have this floor that comes this way. We have this hallway, so we want to run the flooring all the way down the hallway. So I ran it all the way out to here, and then I chalked the line down here. Now we're starting over there. That way they meet up, so we don't have to put any transition strips in. We can just have a solid hardwood floor up here, which is going to be really nice. And when you install a hardwood floor or any laminate, you want to make sure that you have a spacing all the way around your interior dimensions you're doing. And what happens is flooring, when it's all snapped together and it's sitting there, you want it to be free floating. Because if you had this now and it was tight to the walls or anywhere and you didn't have any spacing around, this stuff expands and contracts. So if you leave it loose all the way around, it's an installation how you do it. Then you don't have floors where the seams come apart. So like some places you walk into and you go, oh well, the flooring's going apart, you know what I mean? Or the actual seams here are buckled, you know, because you'll see sometimes the floor is pushed up like this. That's because somebody, when they installed it, they didn't allow this thing to float. This floor is a free floating floor, and just if it's done right, it'll stand up to the test of time. Flooring day, getting her done day.
I'm coming around to the carpet. I mean, it's not nearly as beautiful as this, but it feels beautiful.
This goes like this on the wall, right?
Yeah.
And because the pencil, the water just seems to run it over. It washes it right off, so the ballpoint pen works really nice into this. And we're gonna line it up and make sure that the blade is clear before you turn the machine on. Keep your fingers away from the blade at all times. We're putting a border around here, and when you're laying this stuff out, you see that there's this big gap, and you don't really want those. So what I do here is I'm going to center the large tile and then cut the fillers for each end.
Perfect.
So where you don't have a little bitty strip over here, or you don't have some kind of weird thing, and that always works out best. We're going to start at the bottom and work our way up with the border tile on the bottom. I'm going to do this wall first. This one has the mosaic accents in the middle of this wall.
While the boys are upstairs working on flooring and tile, I'm working on a fun little project of my own. We had some big hopes at the beginning of the week to get the entire upstairs floor done, but just the way it worked out with getting materials and then having to move different positions to allow people to work in different areas. It doesn't look like as much work got done, but a lot of stuff happened this week. We made some really big progress on the upstairs loft bathroom. It's the kids' bathroom, but I couldn't help myself. I saw these herringbone tiles. I just had to have them because I felt like they picked up the lines in the roof of this bathroom. And it was probably $50 more to buy these versus just more subway tiles. So we're getting these put in. We're going to do an oversized subway tile everywhere else. It's less grout lines to clean, so that's why I made that choice. And then there'll be a piece of glass that goes here. So lots more work to do on this, but it's looking pretty good. We've got the laminate flooring started in the upstairs, and we've probably got another day or two on that. Got the carpet in the bedrooms. The upstairs bathroom is looking good. All the baseboard trim is being prepped. On the outside, all the tone groove is being clear coated to protect it from the elements. And I feel like we've did a whole more than that.
Oh yeah, well look at right behind us here, all the rails got put in. So those are all the balusters are put in. I mean, there was... Yeah,
and he did a lot of electrical trim out too, so he was doing that in between. And I was running up to Fairbanks, which is 2 hours each way, and after work, and getting, 2 pieces of tile and bringing it back home because we were short, or, special things like white mortar that we absolutely cannot get local. It has to be got in Fairbanks. So on top of all of that, we've had Jacob's close cousin is getting married here locally, so we've been
It's never
we've been going to rehearsal dinners, and our kids are in the wedding, and our daughter's got a softball tournament, and I know there's more stuff that happened this week. I'm still a little sick. You can hear it in my voice, but yeah, I was not moving until like 9 in the morning, so we were down basically one man or one girl.
Yeah.
So
well, it's all
anyway,
good.
yeah. So it is what it is, and we're just going to keep moving forward. And the big goal next week is definitely have that upstairs floor done. I think it's a very achievable goal, and then we're going to try to work on the other 2 showers and start moving downstairs and start making stuff happen here. So the chairs that I made, you guys probably saw the Facebook Live on it. I'm going to put out those plans later this week, so do be looking out for that. And there is a $100 gift card to Home Depot giveaway associated with that post.
Well, the other thing too that was big last week is we had a lot of viewers commenting on which flooring to go with. So
in the end, we chose, this is terrible, but in the end we chose the reclaimed wood look flooring simply because they had an overstock of it in one of the warehouses in Fairbanks, and that never happens, and getting material here is very, very difficult. So everything you order is like 6 to 8 weeks out, and then it is always delayed, and so it was just like a sign, like, get the bad boy flooring. So
yeah, well, stay tuned next week, and we're going to show you lots more progress, and we'll show you maybe the upstairs completed next week.
Have a good week, and we'll see you next Monday.
See ya.
So Anna made these chairs up this week. They're really nice, actually, just hanging out on the deck. Yeah, she made these, and she made them low enough that you can still look out from the inside out. They're pretty sturdy. You can see they're built out of 2x6 and 2x4 construction, and they're really beefy chairs, so they'll stand the test of time. And where we live, we get a lot of wind here. These ain't gonna blow away. So I think I'm gonna order a couple more from Ann White and get a footrest. Maybe an ottoman. Need a fold-out little cup holder, So I'll make sure she gets the plans out this week so you can build them too.
Some carpet down.
It's kind of like wearing like the
Just
most
get it over
beautiful
with.
dress ever, and then having to like put a big ugly coat over it. Hey, I live in Alaska. That's the story of my life. Like a nice outfit, and then a big, huge down coat over it.
Good thing we're going to put a carpet into the master bedroom.
That's definitely not happening.
You get rug burn in there.
What kind of flooring is that?
What kind of flooring is it? We picked this, I think it's like a purple color, but it's laminate, but look at it. It's really nice. It's purple.
The compromise I made is when you come up the stairs, you can't see any carpet. So that'll all be the bad boy boyfriend flooring, and the lofts will, but when you go in the bedroom doors, it'll be carpet. My language, my mouth, I've got such a potty mouth working around all the boys.
What are you going for? 3? Yeah, but
Not from you helping me.
Yeah, right.
Go that way with it.
Handle that?
Yes, I can do it. Big girl. Laying down on the job, huh?